Former and current Planned Parenthood employees are accusing the organization of mistreating pregnant workers. That's according to a new New York Times investigation. Now, we did reach out to Planned Parenthood to come on and discuss the report. We were told there's no one available tonight, but we're going to tell you what they have to say. Joining us now, former Planned Parenthood Clinic Director Abby Johnson, who has since become a pro-life advocate. Abby, good to have you with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I want to talk about some of what is alleged in the New York Times report. It says this: at Planned Parenthood, the country's leading provider of reproductive services, managers in some locations decline to hire pregnant job candidates, refuse requests by expecting mothers to take breaks, and in some cases push them out of their jobs after they gave birth. They say that's according to current and former employees. Most Planned Parenthood offices do not provide paid maternity leave, though many let new mothers take partially paid disability leave. Having been a clinic director yourself, what do you make of the accusations?
Yeah, I was actually contacted by these two New York Times reporters asking me about my experiences with Planned Parenthood and as a woman who actually had a baby when I worked at Planned Parenthood, and just to talk about what their policies were, what the maternity leave was. And it was all a little bit laughable because there is no maternity or paternal leave policy for Planned Parenthood employees. And that's not surprising. Planned Parenthood is not an organization that values mothers, women, or children. So, of course, they're not going to put forward policies that would actually protect women during that vulnerable time after childbirth.
Well, there are a lot of the individual Planned Parenthood officials, whether they were local or regional, that they talked to have denied any of these things happen. And, you know, a lot of American companies, in fact, the vast majority don't have paid leave for new mothers or fathers. So that's not surprising. I think the issue that is concerning is this idea that there were women who told stories of having doctor's notes or nurses' notes that they were high-risk pregnancies or had problems and needed breaks and being denied that or a chance to even eat lunch. But Planned Parenthood has responded to this. They have a new president, and basically she has said, listen, we've done everything that we can. We are launching an investigation. We would never tolerate any kind of discrimination. This is a good chance for us to review our policies and see how we can make things better, because we need to be a leader. If we're going to be out there for women's rights, we need to lead by example.
Well, I think it is an issue, though, the fact that they're not providing various leave policies for women after childbirth. So absolutely the discrimination is a problem. Absolutely they do not hire women if they know that they're pregnant or if they plan to become pregnant. They absolutely pressure women into having abortions. I was pressured into having an abortion with my first child. But it is a problem because you have Cecile Richards, their past president. They're, talking about these policies for women, that these paid maternity leave policies are important, yet they are not even leading by example. So how can they be pushing these policies forward if they're not even providing them themselves? So that actually is a problem.
Well, this is what Fox had to say in response to this. They said the allegations against Planned Parenthood are a sign of bigger problems with the way America treats pregnant and parenting workers. Planned Parenthood isn't alone. As of 2017, just 15% of American workers had access to paid parental leave. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 1 in 4 women goes back to work within 10 days of giving birth. I got to tell you, that last part actually stunned me.
Well, it's shocking. It's actually really heartbreaking. Women are part of the workforce. We will continue to be part of the workforce, and we do need to be cared for properly during and after childbirth. And, Planned Parenthood will say, well, this is because of financial constraints. But let me just tell you, I run a pro-life nonprofit called And Then There Were None. Our budget is less than 1% of Planned Parenthood's budget, and we provide 12 weeks of paid maternity leave for all of our employees. So it can be done. It's just not a priority to Planned Parenthood because, to be honest, women are not a priority to Planned Parenthood.
Well, again, I want to read it just a little bit from their statement, saying that they are launching a major new initiative to review, revamp, and strengthen our parental leave policies and ensure a culture that supports pregnant and parenting staff. Some of the women said, it was never said to me, if you get pregnant, we're going to fire you. But they said that's clearly the understanding that many of them had. Is it fair to infer that when those words haven't been said?
Well, they may not have said it, but Planned Parenthood says and doesn't say a lot of things that are true and untrue. But the bottom line is that we have almost 500 former Planned Parenthood employees with our organization that are speaking out, that are talking about pregnancy discrimination inside of Planned Parenthood and other abortion facilities. It is happening. This anecdotal evidence is important, and I really hope that Planned Parenthood does review it.
Well, and we hope that they would join us anytime. It is an open invitation to get their side of the story as well, aside from these statements. Abby Johnson, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.